The fucking yeah.
You better
That,
have gotten that in there. The first 2 seconds of this stream better be me saying, in
oh
the words
no!
of Knuckles from SA1, oh no. I just want the
Literally,
first 2 words of this stream to be the words oh and no.
literally when we started doing the oh no, like the oh no's, was when I hit the button to go.
Oh go.
Oh no! Yeah, just to make sure
Oh
that this
man.
is actually going. Oh fuck!
Go, 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 go. Okay, how many more Sonic references can we tie into what we're talking about right now? Because so far we're up to 2.
I don't know, man. I don't
Good
fucking know.
lord. Oh man. I guess just leave it to me because my brain is wired that way.
I should probably readjust something though. I should probably adjust the audio settings for the controller, or not for the controller, for the headset. Because I had brought it down a little bit when I got the new headset. Oh, excuse me.
In
There we
my
go.
shoes, from frickin' like 2016 to some degree, because you're wearing a freaking gold headset, you probably have a similar sounding microphone, so your voice is going to be like 2016 me.
Yes,
Meanwhile, I'm going to
please.
be talking into this freaking microphone, which, for the record, when you and me last talked, because I remember how I mentioned how I was saving a video clip because I was playing
And
GTA. Remember how I said when I was playing GTA last time we talked, I was going to save a video clip because of the frickin' party truck that just rammed into a burning wreckage of a
yeah.
car, and I was going to do an audio edit and add rave music over it. I did save the video clip. I did trim it. I copied it onto a USB. I'm going to frickin' do that edit. I might as well. But I'm
Oh,
gonna do the edit. But in the process of, because I have my freaking video clips to be an hour long, just for the sake of getting something,
why?
and just for the sake of getting something, like.
I'm gonna get me a little something.
I'm,
I'm
I'm gonna get me some.
gonna
But
give me some of that.
hey man, hey, I have a freaking like 49 minute long video clip on my hard drive that is when it was I don't think I have the moment itself captured in there, but it was a lot of the stuff that happened after you were first introduced to the Wiimobil, okay? I'm not joking either. It's like 49 minutes. I'll have to check, but I have it on my hard drive, and it is just all that crap, and I freaking love that clip. Or like freaking like almost feature length film, but still, like, anyway. And I
God,
also have a clip that ends with me running over that dude in the car out of nowhere when we were playing GTA. Just like it's completely quiet, and then there's this one guy kind of off to the side of a hill, and all of a sudden here comes me in a classy tornado freaking car, just ramps up, slams on the guy, and then my car falls in the dam.
God damn.
But
So I want to go look through like my really old shit, but I fucking can't because I try to load it up on the freaking YouTube app. It doesn't load far enough back, and I try to go through the web browser, and it just pulls up the app.
But anyway, but the point I was getting at was because I had it, it recorded for an hour, more or less. It caught like some of the stuff I was doing in the game before I even joined the party that you and I were in
There we
a couple
go.
days ago,
Yes.
and what happened was I realized what you were talking about when you were saying, like, are you eating your microphone, or like, whatever, like you kept saying my name a couple times. At least, I don't know, I imagine you were hearing this. but I didn't know it because, until I looked at the video and I heard the freaking audio.
Yeah,
I
where it
did not
sounds like
know
a fucking wind tunnel was like raping your damn
Yeah, it
microphone.
sounds like freaking static mixed with waves of an ocean hitting a beach. And for the record, when I was looking at that video clip and I was thinking of that, that analogy in my head, I did in fact say waves of a beach hitting an ocean instead of the other way around. For the record,
The
that is
waves of the
something
beach
I
will
said
slap
out
into
loud.
the
I was like,
ocean.
yeah, it's just like, I was like, holy crap, this sounds like static mixed with sounds of a beach hitting an ocean, or waves of a beach hitting an ocean. It's like, and then I thought about it, I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't sound right. But yeah, I didn't know that my microphone sounded like that for like a good minute or so, and then all of a sudden it just popped out of, it popped, it fixed itself, and then I was perfectly fine, it was back to normal. So yeah, so like I find it ironic that our whole conversation about, or at least me going off about like possibly buying my whole microphone situation after my gold headset broke. Yeah, if my freaking earbuds start to do that crap and they end up going, I might have to look into that. But yeah, I don't freaking know. But yeah, I don't know if that's ever happened before, as far as I'm aware. And of course, I wouldn't freaking know it because it wasn't showing up on my end or anything. I wasn't hearing it. But yeah, because what I had thought when I was in the party with you, I thought you were just saying stuff like that because like you were trying to test the volume or like the voice input of the your microphone, your headset and
Yeah, no,
stuff.
that was
But no,
after the
it's because
fact.
of the freaky. Yeah, because but no, you were actually saying it because, oh yeah, freaking Shadow sounds like a mix between static and waves of a beach hitting an ocean. But yeah, I didn't know that. So I guess it's a good thing that I saved that whole hour-long clip just so I could take the party truck section out of it. It's a good thing I saved it because I looked at the beginning of it and I was like, holy crap, is that what my microphone was doing?
Yeah, I
And it's
don't
like
know why the fuck it was doing it, but yeah.
yeah, I don't either. I mean, to be fair, as I mentioned when we were in that party chat as well, I mentioned how I've had these earbuds for a good while now. So and like I already thought these things freaking broke once when we were driving down to Wisconsin to meet you. So
Why the fuck did you
I
say Wisconsin like it's had the fucking E in it?
West Coast, but
God damn, I have met
yeah,
Texans who say it better than that. Jesus Christ. And that was no
but
damn joke.
but when we were driving over there, I thought that these things had already either like half of it went bad or whatever during that. So the fact that I thought these things are starting to go bad or went bad once, but they didn't end up going bad completely, probably is an indication that like yeah, they're probably not in the best of condition.
You
But
thunk?
but yeah, it's yeah, but I did not know that that's just what it sounded like. It was like, holy crap! I apologize for Scott's ears, whatever may have happened with that. It's like we were talking, and then a few moments after that, you were testing the microphone. I was, like you were saying, like, oh, or how loud is it? And I was just like, well, we're
Hell
not at
no,
ear
brown
rape
cow.
levels. It was like, I was like, well, we're not at ear rape levels. Little did I know, I may have been causing your ears to freaking bleed earlier. And I
Oh,
was
okay.
like,
So, I'm just like looking through the old fucking videos and shit that I did.
as you
And
do.
there was one from when I finished playing the first Fear game, but I put the video up before I put the rest of the Fear one. Jesus Christ, that was really piss poor timing on my part. I should have saved that video for when Fear 1 was done and then fully uploaded.
Is that the video clip where you were freaked out by your PS3, or are you looking at something different?
Yeah, when the fucking disc was removed from the
Yeah, you took
system
the disc
and the
out and the
fucking
credits
credits are
were still
still
scrolling.
rolling. The game
Yeah,
didn't exit. Like, what the fuck? Like, if it was
yeah.
PS4 where the whole thing was, like, downloaded onto the hard drive, I'm like, okay, yeah, that makes no sense. Thing doesn't, for whatever reason, there's a glitch up, doesn't realize the
That
disc
just
isn't in.
reminds me of
But the
what
fucking disc was out!
that
This was
yeah,
on PS3! What the fuck?
What that reminds me of is if you were to take a disc out of a PS2 and the game would just still be going. Because I think I've done that a couple of times, but like, but I mean, I never messed around with that stuff enough, and I never messed around with it since because I have common sense enough to be like, yeah, I'm not gonna just eject the freaking disc when I'm playing the freaking thing. But then again, I don't really have that option. At least when it comes to PS4, I don't really have that option, with the exception of 3 games, because everything else I have is on the hard drive. So can't exactly do that. So you just have to close the application. The only games I'd be able to do that, games I would be able to do that with that I actually play that I have on disc is freaking GTA, and I'm not freaking doing that stuff.
Let's see
Matter
what.
of fact, matter of fact, my freaking console itself has done that more times than I have, because I have had my console, and I kind of don't want to say this, but like I don't know if I think Artie's PS4 has done it a few times, but it's like sometimes PS4 will just be weird and it will just eject discs for no reason, and it's
It
just
didn't
like,
like
oh,
you.
and it's just like, oh, okay. But yeah, I've had the disk drive act up a couple times, but yeah. Anyway,
Oh god, GTA slasher mode. Let's see. Bev. Back when I actually used to try to do things on YouTube.
yeah,
Let's see.
yeah, it's been like 2 years or something like that, I think.
God.
Well, technically, the last thing you did in general, well, I mean, there's this, and there's also the GTA casino thing that you did for like a few minutes. But other than that, yeah, it's been like 2 years. Which I'm not gonna get on you about because it's been like, before I started doing the few things I've done on my YouTube here recently, it was also like 2 years since I had done anything, or at least a year.
So I was just,
And then
I need to go back through and see what the fuck is some of this shit. Jesus Christ.
what
I
did I do?
Let's see, Infamous.
What have I done?
Infamous First Light. That was a fun time. Let's see.
Yeah. Man, you're going way back, aren't you?
5 years. Jesus Christ, fucking Destiny beta.
Yeah.
Doing
I already know
Killzone
what you're
shit.
going to find at the very bottom of the list.
You know what the sad part is?
Hmm.
I don't.
I don't know what your reaction is going to be,
Fuck.
but...
I clicked. I accidentally hit the fucking
Oh,
twin
did
link.
you screw it up?
Yes, now I need to go
Oh,
all
all right.
down.
Time to go into maximum overdrive. Freaking scroll through. Freaking flick thumb like nothing else. Flick thumb.
Okay, back at the
Put that
Fear
on a
Saga.
t-shirt.
No!
Flick thumb. Flick thumb.
Yeah,
Flick thumb.
I'm
Flick
rotating.
thumb.
I'm rotating the screen because that's where part of my problem is. No, why do they have the button to go all the way back up to the screen, or right back up to the top of the screen, right in the same place as show more? Why can't I just flip through this to another page like I can on the desktop? Do I have to go into the desktop version and not have a retarded way to do this? Come on. Stop fucking with me here. Alright, Ninja Wizard fighting time.
What are you
Uncharted
looking at
4.
all this stuff through? Are you looking it through the YouTube app on your phone?
No, I had to force it to go to the mobile YouTube website because the app won't let me load enough of the load stuff from far enough back for some dumb reason.
Of the videos?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really weird because I could do that.
Yeah, it stops me partway through Gravity Rush 2.
Like I could do. Yeah, that's weird. Like I could do it right now, but that wouldn't freaking matter at all because this is about you right now looking through it, not me. I know
God.
I'm not gonna say I know everything that's on there one to one, but I know it's at the bottom of the list, and I'm waiting, and we're just gonna have to wait in anticipation till you freaking try
Oh
to find your way
God,
to that bottom of
Jesus
the list.
Christ! From back in the day before the PS4 came out. Oh God.
Yeah, yeah. I think I know what
Oh,
you're talking about.
oh,
Yeah.
the Insurgency DLC for um Killzone was pretty fun. The infamous how far can you get from Seattle? That was pretty fun. If I remember it, when I was trying to like test that out, how to do that and all that, I was listening to a Total Biscuit video.
Also,
Uh,
another thing you may notice is
Another thing I may notice what
another thing you'll freaking notice is every once in a while the freaking viewership on the videos will spike up. I love how I'm telling you things about your YouTube channel.
I know, like what the fuck.
Yeah, like apparently I know a
Let's see,
decent amount
Black
of this
Ops
stuff, and you're
2.
just discovering this for the
Something
first
about
time. Like,
something about a vending machine, but judging by the crosshair in it, because I can see a crosshair, so I know it's a first-person shooter most likely. I'm gonna assume it's Fear 3 based on the look of the crosshair. And judging by the clip underneath it, yes, I am correct. Prototype 2, that's a fucking Modern Warfare 3. What the fuck? 1 minute of stupidity. What the fuck was. I don't even fucking know. I don't even fucking know.
is GTA in the thumbnail, or is it way past
No,
that?
dude, this was pre PS4 days.
Okay,
This was This was like Modern Warfare 3.
because I was about to say I think there is a GTA video you said that was titled something similar, but if it's way past that, then yeah. I think the thumbnail of that one was just me. It was the other party truck that we had,
Let's see.
and it was me freaking falling out the back of it.
See, me being stuck playing. What that looks like Infamous or no? I don't. I want to say it's Infamous 2. The hump gun.
Yeah, the hump gun. I remember that. Yeah, I remember that one.
Fucking run. Let's see. It's wonderful. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? This is the first video on my goddamn
Yep, yep. You finally did it. Not
nine
only is it not only is it the first one, but the first two videos on your channel are that.
9 years ago. 192. Why?
Oh my gosh.
God. Why?
And I'll say this: how
Why?
odd is it to know how does it feel to know that the first two videos uploaded to your YouTube channel were Sonic videos? Meanwhile, the first video on my freaking YouTube, however many years ago, was not.
It feels like we've made a grave mistake. Let's see.
Matter of fact, the first video I ever uploaded on my YouTube channel was like a 2 minute Destiny clip.
God, I am not proud of any of this old shit at all.
I'm well aware of that because anytime in the past I've brought it up, you're just like, shut up, don't talk about it.
I am so tempted to just destroy all of this.
No, it's been on there for upwards of a decade. There's no point.
Okay, let's see what this minute of.
You would just be destroying the views at this point. Some of those videos have a couple thousand views. You realize that, right?
Although I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna like edit out little bits later. I don't skip.
What the fuck?
He made a smiley face. He made a smiley face.
What the fuck?
He's going for the weapon!
Artina's just looking at us like, what the hell?
Okay, I tried to rape a tank with another tank.
Oh, man.
No, I don't know that.
Oh, shit!
What the crap?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
that
I don't know
whole
about
video
you,
was
Josiah, but I love your
worthless.
early stuff just because of the freaking sounds you make.
That whole video was worthless
I
until
think
the
the
last
last
second.
time, I think a more recent example of you laughing or screaming like that was the first the second Grand Theft Auto video you did. There's a lot of that in that. You just, you're laughing like 45, 50% of that freaking video, and it's freaking amazing.
You know,
Oh, man.
playlists.
That's also another thing to show how old or at least that one in particular is. That was before I even had the freaking game.
Grand Theft Morons 2. Oh boy, guys, all this shit don't get old.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's
Okay,
good to
so
know.
this was after
Considering
Share Factory came out.
and thank goodness for it. Because it allowed us to put our stupidity on the freaking internet. Along with everybody else. Granted, it was way after the earlier days of YouTube where it probably would have caught fire, but, you know.
Fucking Brian running me over midair in a fucking jet.
Alright. I don't know if you got to that part yet or not. Oh, I know what this is.
Wait a minute. Where am I?
It's a shame that never happened to us in the Doomsday Heist. Apparently they fixed that issue. Then again, this was like 2015 GTA Online, so, you know, whatever. GTA Online was only like upwards of 2 to 3 years old at that point. It wasn't like over half a decade old like it is now. Oh yeah, and this was also when Artie was, as far as him being part of the group, I think he was in the infancy.
Oh god, this really shows though, like how much my mental state got fucked up when I screwed things up in 2016. Like I can even tell, like I was feeling this in 2015 way more than everything I was doing in early 2016.
You're a small tree. You're certainly laughing your freaking ass off. So I mean, that's the Scott that we all know and love. The one that just laughs his ass off over the microphone.
This is some of the best shit I've ever fucking made.
There you go. It's good to be proud of your creations. And even if you're not necessarily entirely proud of them in years past, it's good to look back at them and be like, you know what? This is history. This is like the same way with my stuff. Like I'm going in a different direction with what I probably want to put on my stuff, but I'm still gonna keep all that freaking crap I put on there the past several years on there. You hear the garbage truck?
Yeah.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's fucking
That
funny.
I need to add that to my list of T-shirt ideas. Roadside chimichanga needs to be one of the T-shirts. Just put Logan's character's face on it, and it'll just be say above it, roadside chimichanga. And we may or may not put either a taco or chimichanga, or we'll put just like a freaking sombrero on his character.
Okay, lazy ass mechanic.
Hmm.
God, I know I'm not the one that's gonna fuck this up. Hardy, I will fuck this up by fucking you up.
Is that the one where you're getting your ass kicked by the dinghy?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that one. I told you, man, I've watched these things. I can hear a decent amount and at least estimate what you're seeing. That was really good, though. You just getting constantly knocked at freaking comedy of errors. And if I'm remembering correctly, there's still some funny stuff left in that video. There's a lot of flipping vehicles through the air.
Oh shit!
Yep, there it is. I told you.
God damn.
Oh, man.
Oh, the third one now. Let's see.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw in that one or if that was the correct one, but there was also one where Logan like runs into you with his insurgent and freaking sends you flying in a police car and lands on the ground and explodes.
God, I forget which one that is now. Fuck.
I thought it was in the second one, but maybe I'm wrong.
Well, to be fair, I did skip through it a good
It
bit.
might. Hmm.
I did skip through it a good bit.
Oh, I'd have to imagine it was in that, because I don't. The first Grand Theft Auto, to be fair, didn't have really a whole heck of a lot to it, and it didn't really have like a lot of, what you did, later on where you just edited clips together and crap. At least not in the same way, but all the other ones are funnier from what I remember. First one is not one that I go back to a lot. Yeah, but I think the third one was the yacht stuff, so I had gotten the game.
Yeah,
by
third
that
was
point.
yacht. I know that much.
Yeah, I was in that one.
When I tried to Al Akbar Artie.
Yeah, that was yeah. I had gotten the game by that point. And that was the first like big update, and that was like the first time of me actually getting together with all you guys on the game, I believe. Because I would have literally gotten the game, because I think that update came out December of that year, and I got the game like 2 months before that in October. So, that was pretty fresh. I have no idea what like my status, rank, and stuff would be, but it's probably something.
Guys, I fucking did it.
I freaking did it.
Oh yeah, the Fort Zancudo
I'm
landing.
gonna try to take off again.
Yeah, for the record, I could be wrong. I think you probably could have gotten out of that if you had lifted off with the plane a little bit sooner instead of just being like, oh crap, they're coming towards me and slammed into the wing.
If I remember right, I was trying, but it wasn't letting me do it yet.
Yeah, like I said, playing and seeing it, because you were going for a decent way before the cars, got close to hitting you, so I don't know.
Oh god!
Oh,
Is that the
God.
one near the bridge on the high
Yes.
school?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Is that
You're
the
right.
one I was talking?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just sends you flying in the air. You smack on the ground and explode.
Oh no.
It's like that. It seems like the cop cars are a bit more fragile when it comes to like hitting the ground and exploding, but it doesn't seem like it actually happens as much as you would kind of hope it would. because I have a few clips. I have one clip in my second montage video or compilation where I like, there's a cop car chasing me on the side of like a hill, and we both like jump over the hill, land, and then we're going down, and then we like jump across the freaking road. I land on the other side fine, but the cop car lands, smacks onto it, and blows up. Blows up. It's like, okay, that's what happened.
Hey, when we had to go kill Misho.
Yeah, that's literally the rest of the video, by the way. The whole rest of that video is that, if I recall correctly. But yeah, the also spoiler to freaking whatever Grand Theft Morons it is later. But there's a clip where you had footage of two. I don't know how these. My big question is I don't know how these cop cars got on this mountain. But there's a clip of two cop cars driving off of a mountain, a literal mountain, and falling down this cliffside into the freaking river. And while you guys were in an APC going down the river getting shot at. And it's just like my big question is like, how the freaking crap did they even get up there? Like, I don't even think there's any pathways to drive up there. And then they're just tumbling down the mountain and the cliffside and just dying a rocky, fiery death. Ugh. You still on the
Oh, no, it's on now. You fucking from GTA 3 just blessing motherfucker.
Oh, okay. Well, that answers my question. I was going to say, are you still at the end of the second one, or are you on the third one? But then I was like, I heard enough of that. I was like, yeah, that you're still on that.
The Misho event was fucking.
Freaking,
That was some good
Claude
shit.
from GTA 3 looking more. And he did look like Claude too. He had the freaking cargo pants, had the freaking black, jacket or whatever.
I don't think I've ever seen Logan get that serious about one other player. Except for maybe the guy who. But you remember. Chad, was that before or after you got GTA though? I'm all
What
for
happened in
use
that?
all for use for
Oh,
for throwing mods.
That I think I was in a session with you guys playing the game when that happened. I think.
Yeah, because that was after the
I think
businesses. Not the businesses on the. Fuck, what was it? That was after the executives came out.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly. Like, I don't have that pinpointed. It probably was, but
No, because I remember we were doing like an executive mission during that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Well, I mean, you probably answer it if I was in that. It was in that clip or not. I don't know if I have the game or not. Actually, I think I did because I probably that whole. I don't know. Because I think that did take that beginning of that clip started on the yacht, so I would have had the game by that point. I don't know if I would have been in there.
No, because executives came out after the yacht, so you were there with us.
Well, I'm more referring to the Misho clip that.
Oh yeah, I think you're. I remember it was. Yeah, I know in the video I saw him obviously myself though, and I saw Artie and I saw Logan, but at the same time the camera was focused on Misho.
Yeah, the thing is though, I think I was in the party chat and everything, but if I remember correctly, during that whole thing when we all got in the helicopter to leave the yacht to go after Misho, what happened was that was still when there was a period of time where I was just like disconnecting from GTA stuff. I don't know if that was on my end or that. I mean, it probably was considering nobody else was really having problems, but I actually disconnected when we got in the helicopter. We were just flying, and then I just got disconnected from that. And I don't know if I ever really got back, or it wasn't until later. And by that point, the whole thing had already transpired. So, yeah. So I was there, but I also wasn't there. Kind of like the heist stuff. Yeah, I was there in voice, but not in actual presence. But like. That was the same thing with the heist stuff entirely because I didn't have the game by that point either, but I was in the party chat for that stuff too. But yeah, Grand Theft Auto 3 was I think pretty much all of that was the yacht stuff that was around. That probably was December 2016, something like that, or 2015, I think, actually.
Yeah.
Gosh, it's even further back than that. But yeah, that was that. I think, I don't know if it was so much, it was your video that you did on it or my version, but I think Grand Theft Auto 4 is basically just the Genocide and Shadow show, because like it's literally just you and me doing dumb crap, and I think all of that stuff happened more or less on the same freaking day.
If I remember, that was from July 4th specifically.
The July 4th one, the one that's like nearly an hour long, that's the 5th Grand Theft Morons, I think.
Oh god, yeah, shit.
Yeah. Also, for the record, I think I've said this before, I'm not entirely proud of how, like, you can check it for yourself, but like, you look like by the halfway point or whatever of that video, you can tell I was the only one at my house, because I got freaking amped up for no good reason. Like, I got freaking livid. I wouldn't say livid, because that implies I was legitimately angry, and I wasn't, like, super angry, although you wouldn't be able to tell by the way I was acting half the time. Because, although there... Yeah.
But I don't give a shit.
You see what I mean? Like,
you know what the best part is, Shadow?
What?
That is at 24:20. Almost exactly halfway through the video.
Oh my gosh, I was right! I was about to say, did you literally just, like, click and drag or just click through and that's what happened? See,
I tried to click about halfway through.
Yeah, you click exactly halfway through, and that's the first thing you hear. Point proven. But yeah, like, there's there's a lot of funny stuff. Like, that was like my Michael Jones moment, where I'm just like, instead of actually being angry, I'm like, kind of angry, but I'm doing a lot of, like, saying a lot of ridiculous, funny, over-the-top stuff. One of my favorites from that when I was angry was, you and me were having a musket battle, and I was just like, I'll kill you with my skills! Gosh.
I am not good, I'm stuck in that quest. Fuck.
I don't even know what quest that was.
We would games as they would be the ones in the back of the car just freaking.
Oh gosh, are you watching the road trip now?
Yes.
Yeah. Who did it? Who did it? Oh my god.
Fuck, where's the part where we get to the actual freeway?
Oh crap, we gotta merge. I need to make my t-shirt thing.
Oh wait, far away.
Shit, we gotta merge.
Merge, everybody merge.
They barely just let us. Merge, everybody merge.
I wish this freaking garbage truck would pick a lane.
I still say this.
Nice guy. That's usually how I am.
I still say this was my dumbest and best idea ever.
Yeah, where you just pull out a gun and shoot out the window of the bus and shoot a tire.
To begin with.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, it's 60, so we can go about, we'll go about 69. We'll be good.
Oh yeah, nice. Oh my gosh.
I didn't realize this, but
We're so stupid.
yeah, I've been posting on my DC page.
Both saying nice at a 69 freaking word. Good lord. Hi!
Who was it? Which fuck was it?
Logan just pointing freaking freaking just pointing a gun towards the entire back of the bus. Oh crap, he's packing heat. He's packing heat.
Worst part is, I know I do that again.
Talks to us like, yeah, okay. Like, we do something stupid, and it's like, what's wrong with you? Yeah, so when the fuck is our road trip gonna be, fuckers? When Shadow turns 18.
That didn't happen.
So, yeah, 2008. So it's like near the end of this year, then. Wait, Shadow, are you 17?
Well, that dated the video.
You were still 16. I hope this fucking dump truck driver picks a lane.
There it is. Press away.
Situation, dude. Yeah, now you're really driving with Boomhauer. Fucking pick a lane, you non-driving son of a bitch. Oh, his tire popped.
Oh, his dryer popped.
Who's retarding the bullshit? The single lane, man.
Best part is, he didn't realize at the time what happened.
Yeah, because I think that was like something that you shot, and then you
Yes.
shot the tire, and then the tire popped. He's like, "Oh, his tire popped!" Wacko!
I'm surprised neither of you already noticed. You called me out on it.
I may not have even been looking at the screen entirely, because I was possibly, and depending on if you were bluffing or not, I was actually looking at my freaking Vita screen playing this video.
Like, the best part is, because Artie was behind me, and I had the fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? Artie was behind me, and I had the damn gun up, like, aiming at it for a good minute there. Like, I was waiting for the good, right shot, so he had enough time to
It's like
see
so
me.
premeditated. Freaking Willy Wonka on the side of a bus with a gun, just premeditatingly waiting to shoot out the window of the bus and hit a freaking tire on a garbage truck next to them. It's just like...
Nothing.
All we needed to happen in that moment, if it didn't happen in that moment, was just you to look over and I have the freaking robot bubblegum mask.
Oh, I did look around. I looked at you and I looked at Artie to see if anyone saw that shit. Artie,
like,
I think, was looking
see?
to the
Good.
right. You were just looking forward with your fucking bubblegum mask like a fucking weeb.
Did I actually have the bubblegum
Yes!
mask on?
The whole fucking
Holy
time.
crap, I was right. I was right. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I freaking was known to wear that from time to time. And I know because you used it in one of your freaking video thumbnails, which, by the way, I love that freaking thumbnail, by the way. It's probably one of, like, the best thumbnails I think I can recall you ever freaking making. But anyway, what did that... Oh, that just reminds me of, oh gosh. I think this... I don't know if you would have got... I think you got a clip of this. But I think it's funnier from my perspective, because I was in first person for it, and I was just looking at your character. But there's a moment, I think it's in the 4th Grand Theft Morons for you. It's in the 5th video for me. But there's a moment where at one of those convenience stores, and you're in the back room watching on the computer watching Princess Robot Bubblegum, and then you're just like, oh, I've already seen this episode before. After a few minutes, and then you exit out of the computer, you look over at me, and I'm wearing the Robot Bubblegum mask, and you freaking flip out, and you just nope your way out of the freaking door. And the funny thing is, especially, you might not have been able to see this on your end, but not only was it, I think, funnier on my perspective because I was in first person waiting for you to look over, but the funny thing is, your character's head actually looks over as I say, hello, genocide, and then he immediately turns around as you react. It's like so, like, almost like live action in that moment. And then I just turn around seeing you casually stroll out the door. But the other thing is a subtle visual humor I like, or at least on my end of the video clip, was I was just like buying my time just to just as something to pass the time while I was waiting for you to freaking get off the computer, I was literally just shooting the room up. Like I was shooting the computer, I was shooting like the circuit, circuit box. I was shooting the
Circuit
clock.
City.
So on my video clip, when because I did a SpongeBob edit actually on mine. I put the SpongeBob time cards or whatever, and I was just like, I took the clip from like, okay, just whenever you're ready, I have a surprise for you. So when the time comes, and then I cut, and it was like a few minutes later, and then I went to the next one. And then the funny thing about that transition is one moment before the transition, the room's all fine, no bullet holes, nothing. The next clip is like a few minutes later, and there's freaking bullet holes on the wall, the clock is shot up, the circuitry is sparking, the computer's just completely messed up. It's like that's probably one of my favorite video clips. Another video clip I don't think you have that was entirely from my perspective was when you got stuck on the like that bridge that the train goes on over the water, and I drove on there with my insurgent, and you had fallen down into the water below, and I heard the train coming on the tracks, and I was standing on the side of the tracks on the bridge, and I was talking to you, and then I was like, wait a minute, I heard the train coming. My insurgent was on the train track. I turn around, and then the few seconds, the freaking train rams into the back of my insurgent and just drowns and shoots it down the freaking train track. And it flips it over in the tunnels and all kinds of crap. And it's like, well, that happened. And I was wearing the robot bubblegum mask for that too, as well. But
So,
yeah.
I am once again lost as to what I'm supposed to do right now in this game.
But yeah, man, freaking stuff like that, it's freaking beautiful. And then, of course, as you go through later ones, Fool got involved with those, and that's always a pleasant experience. Just listening to the crap that she says. Oh my god.
Really? Fucking really?
But yeah, it's freaking ridiculous. Also, I don't know. At least I think it's still this way. Just for the record, I think the most. Well, I say most recent. It was like 2 years ago. But I think the last Grand Theft Warrens you had, I don't think is in that playlist.
What?
Could be wrong. I think Grand Theft Warrens X is not in that playlist.
Oh shit, it isn't.
Yeah. I had noticed that some time ago when I was looking at it, because I was like, wait a minute, hold on. Like, I was like, hold up here. There's like supposed to be like 9 main Grand Theft Warrens things here, but one's missing because 8 of Spades is clearly the 8th one. And I was like, oh, Grand Theft Warrens X is it's not in here. But yeah. There you go.
Because if everyone else can skip number 9, so can I.
Yep. But also for the record, because Grand Theft Warrens X is the one that you did like a lot of audio edits and stuff like that with, I have to give you credit after all this time. I have to give you credit for the Sonic X audio edit that you put in that. It worked really well. Were you saying what?
Now I need to go back and investigate. Oh fuck! I never put the morons at the GTA casino in there either.
No, but it's just to set the groundwork for the scene. It's when you and Logan are in a helicopter and a buzzard trying to land on a bridge to pick up a package, and a car just shoots by. You did an audio edit with the Sonic X theme, and it's beautifully done. Oh yeah, the opening to that video is really good too.
Fucking perfect.
Uh, yeah, that was the one you did a lot of audio edits throughout the whole thing. You did like Samurai Jack audio edits and stuff like that. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. And then I think for the last Grand Theft Auto
Must
montage I
meet with automobile.
did. But
I
I
do
think the
have a little
last
mini resume.
yeah. Yeah, I think the last Grand Theft Auto montage I did, I also actually did a good bit of editing because I did some audio edits. I had the X-Files theme in my video at one point. I put Baker Street in there and the Baker Street song was used at a particular moment that involved you in full. But yeah, that was good. Must mate with automobile. It's airplane mating season.
The fact that, the next thing after that, the fucking, the Ameriboat talk. The fact that
Oh
neither me or
yeah,
Logan got the best part of that on video still annoys me.
that he didn't get it on
Neither
video.
of us got the best part of that on video.
Yeah, that's what I remember it being said in the video clip. Because I think I had actually, I think I have watched the two Watch Dogs videos that that were like after that stuff happened. I
Yeah,
think.
because he
And
started recording right after it. So the
yeah,
first part of it when we're on the waters and he's following my fucking, I don't even remember what the fuck we were calling it, but he's in the Ameriboat following it. So there was a bridge that you could hack from a distance to make it turn, right?
mm,
So one of us had hacked it to get through, but the other, I think it was I'd hacked it to get through, but he had hacked it at this right at the right time to try to stop me. But it caught on my boat, so my boat was freaking the fuck out and flipping all over the place in one spot. It was do that thing where it's the game doesn't know what orientation it's supposed to be at, so it's just fucking going. It's going at 1,000 RPM over and over and over.
yeah,
We were caught so off guard, but it was so fucking worth watching. It was a fucking hilarious moment.
yeah. Because I think the first time I don't think I had ever watched Logan's videos on that or those two videos
Oh,
until some time ago, and I remember being in a chat party with Artie talking about hey, with Next Generation coming up, those are the moments the first year and making the best with the launch titles that we can, especially with multiplayer launch titles. We're gonna have to treasure those moments because those are special moments, and that video is proof of it because it's hey man, Watch Dogs was a launch title. It had a multiplayer. Let's just do some dumb crap because hey, we don't have a crap ton of other options. So
oh my
let's just
god,
do
fucking
this. So it's those are
the
special moments.
me flying the plane with the Scotsman voice.
Yeah. This was a bad idea.
This was a bad idea.
There's also one that involves Scotsman saying charge and Logan driving in the direction of a plane that I find pretty humorous at one point in that video as well. But yeah, you also do a music edit or something at one point in time. I think it's when you either die or you end up killing yourself. That's interesting. Oh gosh. Do, 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 do. Yeah. Yeah, on the whole though, now I'm thinking about listing off all the edits. Yeah, you did a pretty freaking solid job with the freaking edits. It's for just being I'm gonna really just ramp up the actual edits in this as far as audio and crap goes. Not bad. Oh gosh, what are we at now?
Okay, so remember when the plane was stuck in the hangar, and then all of a sudden I just played the Aku voice, or not the Aku, the Scotsman voice clip. It's like, and now we charge.
Yeah, and then Logan freaking drives into the plane and dies, and you just hear me go, "Oh gosh!" That's what I was talking about. Yeah, that is a really weird instance where you literally go in the hangar, get a plane, drive out, don't even get out because you kept having trouble getting the freaking wing off the side of the hangar, and then you back up, and then you're like, "Wait, I can't back up. Oh, there's another plane in here already." It's like that was a really either a very convenient spawn or a very quick spawn rate. It's like we're not even gonna let this guy get out of the freaking hangar before we put another one in here. Screw him. It's his fault. If he didn't, he kept getting stuck on the door. He had like 5 chances to get the freaking wing off the door. He didn't do it. I'm gonna hit you with my flashlight. I'm my flashlight. Oh gosh.
The plane.
What about it?
I was like, instead of crashing and dying, I fucking miss Artie, and I just like the plane lands upside down, just sliding. It just goes mission failed. We'll get him next time.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's another edit, audio edit. Yeah.
Cassie running over Artie. The fucking accidentally hitting Boo Power with the cop car.
What was that one?
Accidentally hitting Boomhauer with the cop car.
I think I'm blanking on that one.
Okay, so it kept running over Artie with the cop car, and him and Boomhauer were both getting into your insurgent, and I actually hit Logan too. I just play the
Is
Vegeta
that the
from
one?
Team Four
Is that
Star.
the one where you like swung and it scared like a person in a car and then it drove into Artie or something?
Oh no, I was in the cop car driving it, and Artie had left Logan's weed business, so I run him over, back up, run him over again,
Oh
and
yeah, I
Logan
think.
gets in the gun on the insurgent and blows the cop car up.
I think I remember now.
Oh yeah, the Nobunaga clip.
Oh yeah. Boom said the blind man. Yeah, and then you just see Logan like trying to run up the side of a hill with a freaking rocket launcher. Boom said the blind man. No, you ruined it.
Ugh. I've got balls of fail.
Yeah. I recall that one.
This whole mission was me just failing horribly. There's one where Artie gets run over by a civilian.
That's the one I was talking about earlier, where you, like, one of us swings a weapon or whatever, and it scares the NPC, and then it drives over Artie. Because that happens. If you just, like, swing a weapon at a car when it's stationary or something, they'll get spooked, and they'll just floor the freaking gas pedal.
I really don't understand how I'm supposed to get past this part of the game. I forget how this one works. So Shadow, I found the Sonic one.
Oh, yeah? Motion faders out. I just love how it fades in, and then it fades right out again. I'm sorry. I guess you gotta get. That's okay. I guess you gotta get to work, huh? That's okay. What I didn't realize was, like, Logan, you guys actually picked up the package in the freaking helicopter, but then the freaking car just like. I love that edit, man. Like, props to you on that one. It's just like, I may not find much, good taste or much humor in, like, oh, let's just do the same Sonic meme over and over as if it was funny the first couple of times we did it. But that one, in that instance, I thought was freaking hilarious. It's just like, okay, and then it's followed up by, like, Logan just going, okay, that's fine. I guess you gotta get to work, huh? It's just like, oh man, if only it was a truck, it would have been even more in line because it's just like, oh crap, that's the gun truck from Adventure 2. Holy crap! But yeah, yeah, that was the one I had mentioned. But I'm trying to think of any other edits. I know I don't know if you encountered a specific one that's like when you die and the wasted screen pops up, there's a song that plays. I don't know if you got into that one yet, but that one's fairly
Oh,
funny.
the suicide one, yeah.
Yeah, suicide failures. Oh yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, from what I remember, that's also a fairly lengthy video in general, so there's probably a bunch of stuff in here that I don't immediately remember. But clearly, I remember a decent amount of it.
Like fucking flying or having the tank get carried through the air.
Oh yeah, and then get flung into the forest. Oh my god. Ooh.
And I somehow survived that one.
Hmm?
Oh, oh, the Scaramouche sound clip.
What sound clip?
Scaramouche.
Oh, beep beep boop 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 beep. That one I thought was pretty good too, and it actually lined up pretty good. It's like, all right, fair enough, that works. Yeah, and then you get 911 out of that somehow, and they're just matching a bunch of buttons, and then you're just like, okay, there's one way to do it.
Oh, I gotta love Scared Artie.
Yeah, where you're driving, flying recklessly through the bridge and crap.
But then the
Like,
easiest,
just like, can you? I mean, he's like, you're what? It's impressive what you're doing, but I just rather you not do it.
but then the easiest part, landing, is where we die.
Yeah.
Me straight up lying to Artie about using a rocket launcher.
Yeah. I would just be upset if you used explosives. Meanwhile, Scott casually drives away knowing that he used explosives.
Oh my god, what happens if you put the MOC into water?
Yeah, and it kicked Artie from the session. It kicked him back to story mode too. Like it didn't just kick him out of online to another session. It freaking kicked him into story mode. I still don't know what happened with that. Like I don't know. Even if it's coincidence, it doesn't make any freaking sense. like even if like Artie's just internet collapsed or something, it still is like, what are the freaking chances of it being at the same time you decide to drive a freaking MOC into a freaking body of water? I wonder if that happens every time. We should try that again just to see what happens. If the game, whatever the weird thing the game does.
And it plays the asshole song.
Okay.
Worst part is he didn't think it's like he didn't think I was gonna do it. Like Artie, if I'm asking you about it, I'm about to do it.
I'm gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
Oh, already being stupid, not realizing I'm not in the organization. Mhm.